Красиво, ние сме на Vitosha 100, гумите са много кални, но е много яко.
Hello guys, this is the part 2 of Vitosha 100 race, and in part 1 we passed around 50 kilometers, around half of the track, and in part 2 we are starting with this really annoying climb. It's a tarmac climb. The roads are paved, but it continues for more than maybe 10 kilometers, and the incline is not really big. It's a small incline, but it's really long, and you're wondering when will this incline be over. So I will not give you the full video of the incline because it will be very boring and you will close this player and jump to something else. So instead I will be moving to the more interesting part of the scenery, and here is part of the climb. Is very pretty, that's for sure, but even being so pretty could not save you from the boredom of this climb. After a few kilometers, actually this climb is over, and we start another climb. This climb is a bit even, but it has a lot of stones, and it's very shaky. So when you are doing this climb, be sure to check your arms that they are in their full capacity, and be sure to soften your suspension to the softer settings. The climb is technical, I can say that. It's not very long, but there are a lot of stones, so you should be really careful not to do any damage to your bike or to yourself.
Айде на камъните. Whoa.
As you can see, my camera got pretty dirty on some of the muddy places that I passed through, and yeah, I tried to clean it, but this is what you get with a mountain bike race. And here we have a bit of downhill, and then a lot of mud again. It was pretty dry race actually. Most people that participated other years told me that this is the driest Vitosha 100 race that they took, so I believe them. Still there are parts with very sticky mud. Then the mud does not stick to your tires, which is good, but when you are riding it feels like your tires have low air pressure or they are blown up. And now we go out of the woods, and more potholes and more puddles of mud, but it's obviously very nice to ride around them because there are higher places, and at this point the mud stopped. We are out of the woods and we passed through another control point where there is a nice track with very fast speeds that you can do. This time around I mounted my camera on my handlebars, and I wanted to see how this looks. I personally prefer the third person look, but this is also very nice and clean, and it gives me a pretty nice view of the riders in front of me. I tried to overtake as many people as I could, but it's not always possible because some riders are actually pretty good, and we have to be careful not to make something stupid and to do a big foul that you will see after a minute on this downhill. I made a mistake and I ran out of the road. but stay tuned to see this. I'm trying to overtake these guys here, and I'm pumping really hard. I got up to speed. They are riding, some of them are riding hardtails, and I am riding my dual suspension mountain bike, the light wheel 301. You can see this bike in my other video, and here we are doing pretty good speed. This time I didn't shoot with my phone connected to the Insta360 camera, and that's why I'm not overlaying the speed and the GPS data, and you can see how I run off the track, and the bike is handling pretty well everything. I'm really amazed how this suspension, how this geometry saved me so many times from doing anything stupid. This time there were some trucks on the road that I tried to avoid, but I ran out of the road and went into the grass, but it was very nice that I didn't fall. After this section my chain became very dry, and I had to stop to lube my chain because it started rubbing, and I was afraid that it may break.
Yep, well, halfway there. That's Vitosha 100. People are riding, and this is my bike. It's a bit dirty, and there are some cows.
After this nice section is over, there is another village here that you can grab some food, refill your water. There is a station from the organizer of the race. Then you can do that. You can fix your bike if there's something to fix. On this side of the track, the sun is glowing really hard, and you can feel already the heat coming in, but thanks to my Castelli top, I was not feeling the heat. And actually in the morning it was pretty cold when we started, but I was okay. I was pushing hard, so I didn't feel the cold as well. I'm pretty pleased with how the weather turned out. It was not very hot, it was not too cold, it was just the perfect conditions. Last year, when I see some pictures of the race, there is a lot of mud and a lot of rain that people had to endure, and it was pretty nasty. So yeah, I'm thankful for that. For my first ever attempt at Vitosha 100, the weather was pretty nice. And here we go. We are coming to the one of the nastiest climbs here. A lot of people just take break here, or even drop out of the race, because this is the climb towards Yarlovo village, or the Yarlovo post, and it's pretty steep. It's a bit technical. There is a huge ditch on the right side that you can see. Some people already started pushing their bikes, but I'm used to climbing such hills around here, so I don't have problem. Even with full suspension bike, I feel confident that I can take all this climb. It was pretty nasty. I stopped a few times, but just because there are people in front of me and I couldn't overtake them. I took few more gels here, energy gels, and I was feeling pretty strong. The sun was glowing really hard, so it was becoming hot, and I had to drink a lot of water. Nice part of this climb was that on some places, when the climb was over and was pretty even, there was a lot of wind. The wind was head on, but it was cooling and gave me a bit of energy to continue. And then there were some forests with mud again, and we muddied our towers, but our tires, but we continue to ride towards the Yarlovo village. Another place with a lot of mud and very sticky mud, and I was just I had just looped my chain, so I was afraid that my loop will not be enough for whole the race, but it was sufficient, so no worries. And then another meadow, and the climb continues for several kilometers more. Finally, we reached out the Yarlovo station, and I had to refill my water because it was running empty. Still, I didn't touch my bottle on the frame, and then I lost this bottle on one of the downhills. But it is pretty nice that all over the race there were places that you can fill your water bottles or camelbacks, and thanks to the organizers for that. One thing that I will critique the organizers is the markings on the track. There were few instances that the markings were not visible very well, like this one. This is visible, but some places you don't see them, and in these are places that there are turns. We managed to lose ourselves several times, and I was trying to ride with the group, but even people that were riding here for a few years don't know the complete track, and sometimes the track had changes, and people get lost, but this should be something that the organizers had to work on in the future. I'm used to Veliko Trnovo Ultra race, where the organizers are pretty good, and they have markings and they have people on all major intersections that you can make a mistake, so there is no one to be lost. I understand that for 100-kilometer race it is difficult to provide so many volunteers or people to stay at important sections, but still it's more important no one to get lost or lose time during this race. And we can see we are again at some pretty forest. The track is a bit technical here. There are stones, trees, a lot of turns left and right, and you should be really careful when riding through this track. Yep, I got stuck here. It was pretty low point at the right. I was getting a bit tired. Maybe this is the 60th or 65 kilometer after the start, and it was incline with a ditch on the right, and there are pretty nasty stones here left and right, so you have to be really careful. At least the forest provided nice shade to the track, and when you have downhills it was pretty nice. You can see sometimes the markings on the left, but there are these small signs with 100 written on them, and they are orange, but they are really small. You don't see them really well. So after this section is over, me and some guys, I think, get lost in one of the intersections. And here at this place I am riding alone. There was nobody, and I was afraid that I am lost, but from time to time I can see these markings. The fact is that this part of the track is pretty nice. There are a lot of trees, streams, some bridges that you can cross, and it's easy to take the wrong turn and to jump off the track and go someplace else. But yeah, so far so good. We managed to finish, so there was not a big issue. And the big issue is this mud on some places that you just have to go around it or carry your bike. And after that there were some places with a lot of tree trunks that are really nasty. Later on the race I managed to fall. There was this place with a lot of tree trunks scattered all over the place, and it was downhill, so I fell on this part of the track. Unfortunately I don't have footage of this fall, and I cannot show it to you, but I managed to bend my front disc, not so much that I couldn't finish the race, but it was still pretty nasty thing to do on this place.
There's not much power left. Whew. This is nice meadow. This is nice meadow. Very good for picnic. If you come here, make a picnic.
And here on this place, when there is a pretty nice downhill, I managed to lose the track actually, because there were no markings and I continued downhill. So there were some people behind me that I asked where the track was. They thought it was in the other direction, so we continued to that direction.
Някой каза, че има червен.
Да, ето го, тук. Има мърцел.
Има. Ей, тя пък се вижда трудно. Там е хубаво спускане и си мислиш, че хубаво спускане. О, не! Сега къде е?
Actually, I was right to go down there. When we swerved off, it was this place that led to some village, but we checked on the GPS, some of the guys checked on the GPS and told us that we had to go back around. The funny thing is that the marking was on this side of the track that we continued, but when we swerved right, the markings disappeared and we had to go back. It was disappointing, so we lost some more time here, maybe a couple of minutes, but overall it's not a good idea to go around this huge track without GPS guidance or something of sorts, as I did on my first try.
Тук е маркировката. После ако трябва да го качваме, това ще е гняз. Еми то, тук е без той ще тикне.
After that part, we jumped out on the road again. It was paved road, bit of even road, then some descent, then some ascent. Nothing interesting for a mountain bike race. And after the the paved road is over, we swerve to the right on this field, which is pretty nice actually, and a very speedy part of the track, especially on full suspension mountain bikes. It was a bit bumpy for the other guys, but I didn't feel the bumps and things so much. I managed to overtake a few people here. It was really good to have a lot of speed, and as this track ends in the forest and continues very fast downhill, a lot of steep tracks that you should be careful with. There were a bit of stones, but nothing major. It was nice to ride through this downhill. I managed to overtake some more people, and then I got caught up with some other guys in the forest. That was harder to overtake them. But this part of the track is really nice because it's pretty bright and visible, so it's not something like in the forest where you don't have visibility. Still, on some places there were some potholes and some puddles, but nothing too frightening. I like this part of the race a lot. And fast to some action. This was in the forest, pretty nice downhill here. I managed to catch up with some guys in front of me, but I had to be really careful because it was very bumpy, this part of the track, very speedy, and there were some road tracks that you can catch with your front tire, and you are in the you can hit some tree or something else if you are not careful. The speed was really good, actually maybe around 50 kilometers per hour on this section of the road. Unfortunately, I didn't shoot with my phone connected to the camera to get the GPS data like in the first parts of the movie, but I was trying to conserve my phone's battery, and this track was really fast. If it was a bit wider, I could have tried to overtake these guys, but I didn't want to do anything stupid. Safety first, as I said, and this ditch here proved that if you are not conscious about your speed and your ability, then it may play a huge role in your race, especially when it's a 100-kilometer race. At this time my hands started to go limp, and from all this shaking I was not used to such long periods of downhilling in my career, in my racing career. But thankfully there was a stop here that I snapped some magnesium to relieve some of my pains and some of my cramps in front of my legs, and I just continues with the race. And again the road was splitting here, and we didn't see any markings which way should we go, left or right. Maybe it was the adrenaline, maybe it was the tiredness, but we didn't see them, and we were a bit annoyed. Where should we continue the race? Hopefully the guy in front of me was not racing for the first time and he knew the race better, but still he has some doubt about this track. Nevertheless, I was mostly afraid of missing some of the checkpoints and then being disqualified from the race, which is an actual thing that happens to a lot of participants here. So I constantly shouted at the guy in front of me, "Are you sure that we must go through this road here?" But he seemed pretty confident, and almost until the end of the race we rode together, overtaking each other, and finally I think I overtook him at the end of the race.
Някой с мотор идва тук. Или е минал при нас. Колко още буери има?
This meadow here was really pretty, and if you don't race, you just ride mountain bikes, it's good to spend a day here in Vitosha mountain and come with your bike, your kids, your wife, your friends, and experience this track. It's not too hard, especially parts of it like this one are really enjoyable, really fast in the forest, and then some meadows. It's a pretty good experience to have in your life, and to breathe this clean air in the mountain. My hands were becoming really painful at this moment. The track wasn't very rough, but still the bumps made my hands painful and numb, and we were around 85 kilometer 85, and we struck some mud again. Mud is present on this track, as you can see, but it's nothing to write home about. Maybe other years it was more ugly and far more treacherous. After that section there was very steep downhill with corners and a lot of stones, which was pretty much unrideable, and we had to carry our bikes. Other riders expressed their opinion that every year they pass through here, and the organizers should think of some other place that the truck should pass.
Оп. Моля? Не, за камерата. Давай. Верно ли? Отпуши се малко. And we continue to race. There's not much energy, but so far so good. 75 kilometers in. I'm packed with energy gels, and we ride.
And fast forward, we are at the final straight of the race. Yep, I didn't shoot the last minute of the race, which was a downhill but was very bumpy, and the footage would have become very unstable. And here we are riding on this bike path that we came at the first part of the race, but now we are downhilling, and the speed is pretty awesome, but it's not much for our mountain bikes that have wide tires, and everyone wants to finish here as fast as possible. I've been overtook by some guys, and this is the guy with the pink helmet that I rode some with him during the last part of the race. I'm trying my best to get as fast as possible. My hands are numb, I'm tired. The energy gels did their job, and I conserved my power until the end of the race, so I'm feeling okay actually after this race. It was pretty nice experience, and I'm looking forward to next year. And here we are doing the last few meters of the race, jump off the middle and onto the final straight. This is the Red Bull arc, and after the Red Bull arc there is a sign to slow down and to go through the start final place. And yeah, this is the end of the race. I'm pretty happy. Maybe I didn't succeed with my goals. I wanted to finish below 7 hours, and my time was 7 hours and 30 minutes. Here's my brother congratulating me. But everyone that finishes this race is a hero, so kudos to all of you guys that participated, and to organizers that organized this race for many years. And we finished the Vitosha 100. It was my first Vitosha 100 race, and I'm 300 and I don't know what place. 300 and what? 363. 363. And it's okay. I wanted to be in the first 200, but there are a lot of people today, and in the beginning I didn't manage to place myself in front of the group, and there was a big jam on the start. So it's okay, maybe next year better. See you. I finished 141 in my age group amongst the male participants, so that's something. And thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and if you like this video, be sure to check part 1, and be sure to check my channel for other biking tech and whatever you want views. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day again, and peace. See you.